So you want to start a gym. What kind of gym should you start? Where should you put it? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to figure out what style of gym you should start and how to find the perfect location for your gym. Now, the method of finding the perfect location is literally going to blow your mind. It's so simple, and yet for some reason, most gym owners don't do it. So make sure you stay all the way till the end, and I'll walk you through exactly how to do it. Now, if you haven't seen the first video I did on how to start a gym, where I showed you the two types of gyms you could start and which one I would start, go ahead, go back and watch the first one. It's linked in the descriptions down below, and it's also right here. Now, for this video, I'm going to go from the angle of starting an independent gym, not a franchise. Franchises have their own process in determining where to start a gym, though I think that they should use the same method I'm going to walk you through at the end. Okay, so you want to start a gym. We need to decide on what type of training model you're going to offer because that will determine square footage requirements and equipment needs. At the highest level, training methodology really boils down to three primary categories. One, a do-it-yourself gym like a health club or a 24/7 facility. Think like Planet Fitness. The second one would be a done-with-you gym, like class-based group training facilities. Think Orange Theories, F45s, CrossFits, or a semi-private gym. The third one is a hybrid of both. Now, this one is a bit more complicated and it's harder to pull off, but when you do it right, it's the most profitable option no matter what. If you go with the do-it-yourself or hybrid model, you're going to need at least 10,000 square feet to make it worthwhile. Preferably, you'd actually start with a minimum of 15,000, but you can get away with 10,000 if you have to. But why do you need so much space?
Look at all this floor space.
So
We do aerobics in here.
So many activities.
Well, because of all the equipment you're going to need to meet the needs of your future clients. Plus, you'll need all the amenities like the locker room setups and training space to make this model work. If you go with the done-with-you model, you're really looking at 1,000 to 5,000 square feet of space. Yes, you can go bigger, but you really don't need to, especially when you're just starting out. Now, there are two reasons you don't want to go big off the bat. Number one is you don't want to go in the hole financially when you haven't proven your business model yet. Why sink a ton of money and make a long-term commitment into a space that you may never actually fill? The second reason is, if you're doing group training, we found that you need 50 square feet of training space per person if you're training without barbells. If you're using barbells, then you need 100 square feet of space per person. So if you have 3,000 square feet of training space, you can train anywhere from 30 to 60 people at one time. But what comes first? Should you find a location, then open? Or should you do some research, find the best area, and then look for a location in that area?
I don't know.
Now, there's a huge problem with the traditional way gym owners find their locations. They typically make their decision based on two things. Number one, price, and number two, whether they want a storefront or warehouse location. Now, if price is the primary concern, then the cheapest spot with enough space will do, regardless of whether or not it has the highest potential for growth. If it's choosing between a storefront or warehouse and making that the decision maker, it's going to come down to price typically. But if it doesn't, a lot of gym owners make the mistake of thinking that a storefront location will get more traffic just because it's a storefront. Then they lock themselves into a long-term lease for a storefront that's too expensive and doesn't live up to their expectations of foot traffic. It's this whole idea of if I build it, they will come, which is a fallacy and isn't true at all. Both of those paths will ultimately lead to frustration and slow growth. But what if there was a way to know exactly where to look for a location based on consumer behavior? Let me show you how to do that. First, instead of looking for a location first, let's narrow down 3 to 4 different areas you would like your location to be. You typically want to choose areas with higher population density. Next, once you figure that out, you're going to go on Facebook and you're going to create one ad campaign for each of those areas. If you have no idea how to run ads on Facebook, we created a free Facebook ads course that will show you how to do everything from A to Z. It's linked in the description down below. Go ahead and grab it. It's completely free. It's on us. Enjoy it. You can learn a ton from it, whether you already have a gym or you want to start a gym, and it's extremely useful and it's designed specifically for gym owners. Go ahead and grab it. The link is down below. Let's move on. Once you start, you're gonna have 3 to 4 different areas. You're gonna have each area, you're gonna drop a pin, and each one will be a 10-mile radius. You will run a fitness offer, and each area you're gonna spend anywhere between $200 to $500 per campaign and see how many leads you get. The area with the most amount of leads for the cheapest price, that's your winner. What do you do next? Well, then you start to search for a location in that area. But why did we start this way, rather than just going to try to find a location first?
You want answers.
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
It's because you want to know if you even have a market for your service before you go and invest your time and money into a location. When you do it this way, you'll know right away if people want what you're trying to sell before you even open your doors.
Well, that's it. That's the whole case.
If you like this type of information, you want to learn more about how to start a gym, how to run one profitably so that you can ultimately reach more people, change more lives, and build a wildly profitable business, go ahead, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button as we continue to post more content just for you as a gym owner to help you change the world. And remember, gym owners rule.